whenever I felt like I've put more out than I've taken in and I need to be replenished, I usually go up to visit my friend Michael Lightweaver, who owns the Mountain Light Sanctuary in the Pisgah National Forest in Barnardsville. What I love about it's only a half-hour drive from my home, from my mountain to his. Such a sense of nature and of peace. And I go there to replenish when I put more out than I get in. Michael has put together a number of cabins, Thai and Bali style houses, tree houses, the main lodge, and so many events have happened there. There are all kinds of grottos and gardens, divine gardens, elf cottages. Just one day there alone allows me to realize and remember, yes, this is the way God intended. The world is like one large community now. It's not just, state after state, city, country after country, so much it is because of the internet, because of the global issues that are in everyone's face and everybody's mind, from school kids right up to seniors. It just really feels like now more and more people are wanting to find on a personal level, what's my life purpose? What do I do now? What kind of work should I be doing? What has meaning for me? And for a lot of people who have lived the American dream and lost that in the form of materialism or career or real estate, they're recognizing that now, because of that, people are going for the deeper meaning. People are wanting to know what's happening. And one of the reasons that are making people ask these things is, yes, loss, yes, natural disasters, the planet's shifting and changing, but also because when you've lived a certain dream or have had certain goals and then those are either fall away, taken away, or there's loss and there's trauma, people recognize the security doesn't come from those things as it comes from the fulfillment of having started them. I think with social networking right now, and I think with the Fellowship for Authentic Living, which we're starting, and the possibility of a spiritual social network, we'll be able to have the actual tools, the spiritual, psychic, holistic, nutritional, energy, the information that we need to help us evolve and thrive during this time of spiritual change. We all have resources. We're all resources for each other. In Star Trek, First Contact, I remember that scene where it's Captain Picard is talking to a woman that he takes from the past into the future, and she's on that spaceship, and she says, "Where did you get all the money for this titanium in this spaceship?" And he goes, "In the 21st century, we no longer work for money, but we work to better ourselves." And that really got me thinking. That's exactly right. It's no longer about the illusion of a paper printed value as it is on human resources, natural resources, and spiritual resources. So the social, spiritual networking, we want to be in the forefront of helping people to network for their gifts, and in exchange for that, the gifts of others to help each other thrive financially, thrive in life purpose work and creative work that's important, and a sense of knowing and claiming your divinity. So we're going from doubt to dominion in this new format of spiritual change. And really, when you think about it, spirituality is money, spirituality is family, spirituality is relationship, and pain and suffering is part of the spiritual process as we pull out of the cocoon and become the chrysalis. We are already the butterfly in the cocoon. The struggle to get out at that particular time, to break free, is something you have to do individually, but you know that it's time to break free. And what's happening on our planet should not be feared so much as it should be addressed. Never before have we had polar caps breaking free, and oil spills, which was more of an unconscious man situation, man-made fault problem. It's been known and documented, I believe, energetically, that the megahertz, or the electrical energy of the planet, is vibrating higher, the megahertz, so to speak, as I understand it. We also see that with the weather patterns changing so much, these catastrophes that are happening, there's all the flooding going on, the warming in some areas and the cooling of others. We're not really sure. I have one friend that mentioned to me she felt like it was the Earth's crown chakra opening up, and I thought that was really great. Yeah, there are changes that are happening. Change is beautiful, scary, it can be very mortal. You take a childbirth. A birth is an amazing process. Anybody who's been in a midwife situation or has seen a birth can recognize that there's an arduous task of that baby and the mother splitting. So, as far as the changes going on with the planet, I don't have all the answers to that. We do recognize that the shift is there. We are going to have to align ourselves also with what's going on with these changes. But like all situations on the planet where there's been major brush fires or earthquakes, the amount of replenishing that happens even years after, we always see rebirth or regrowth or regeneration. In this particular time in history, though, we are one community all over the world, and our planet is letting us know that we have to pull together. There's a lot of young people, even in this area where I live, that are very conscious in working and respecting the earth. There has to be a reverence and a spiritual component to taking care of the earth and pulling together with resources. Do we need oil for energy? That's just one way. We have the sun, we have nuclear, we have a lot more going for us. Social networking is you put people who are innovative and have the vision. Why do we not have electric cars? We should have had that by now. When greed gets out of the way and people become the most important resource, especially the spiritual aspects of people, and that's highlighted where people are known to be divine for what they're doing, the gifts they've been given by God, inheritance, DNA, whatever have you. We all have gifts. When we share those gifts, then the greed factor is down, the defense is down, and people are letting things happen like nature. Nature works with itself. We are humans, we're natural, we have to work with each other. And so the social spiritual networking will do that. The Fellowship for Authentic Living will do that. And everyone can give freely, knowing that we have each other's back. We all have each other's back. Because if you get it, I get it. And in the manifesting circles, you know, Dave, in the manifesting circles I've done, what's been great about it is I want you to have all that you're asking for in your life. And if you have a block to something or not enough information, and I've got it, I want to give that to you. In turn, you'll do the same for me.